Sorry. You say action when you're ready.
Action.
Come in.
Hey, what are you doing, Sat?
Just playing.
Aren't you a little bit old for that?
My body might age, but my soul forever remain young, my friend.
Well, alright, but what are you doing that for?
Well, you see, I was planning the perfect city.
And how would you achieve that? I mean...
Well... The perfect city would have 3 groups of people. Guardians, auxiliaries, and the drone. The rulers must be wise, therefore they should be philosopher kings. The soldiers should be trained to be courageous, and everyone should learn temperance and be just, which I'll define as doing one's own business, and keep doing one's job in the great body of society. Breeding of the people should be selective, only mixing the best with the best. And we'll get the best woman by training them like a man, but not as rigorously, because they are more fragile. Children will grow together without parents, but the whole community has their family. They'll be taught in the arts, but also discipline their bodies. About the size of the city, it should be kept to a size that is big enough to be strong, but small enough to keep it united.
Well, that is very absurd.
What do you mean?
You're always with your head in the clouds, Socrates. If we have a perfect city, we need to work with what we have right now.
Well, I'm a philosopher. It is my job to search among the clouds for answers. Hey, speaking of which, have you seen my shirt? Oh, well, would you like to?
Do I have any other option?
Well, I philo the Sufi.
Wow, you leave me without words. I have nothing to say. I applaud to you.
Thanks. But how would you do the perfect city?
A polis.
Where?
A city, yes. Well, the perfect state law is to govern the people, and even the rulers would have to live by it. So the law needs to be designed to elevate and build virtue in each individual. There needs to be a private ownership of things, so they will be taken care of. But the products will be for common use. Also, the people will know their place, so slaves are engaged in activities such as farming, while the citizens participate in politics. The size should be something similar to yours, something in the middle so it can be managed, and they will be self-sufficient, so they don't need to enter in conflicts with other nations, and if they do, it will be only for their defense. Also, the middle class should be the predominant class, since they can exercise obedience and control, which would give this society balance.
Explain what kind of government?
Well, as you might know, I have studied many governments over the years, so I made a classification. First, the good rule. A kingship is by one, an aristocracy by a few, and a polity by the many. But I have never seen that kind of government, and honestly, I think it's impossible to achieve. Then, the not so good kind. A tyranny by one, an oligarchy by the rich, and a democracy by the poor. However, the kingship is the most common one, and also the most effective, because that way you will have everyone doing your will. And that is why I think a kingship would be the best form of government, as we are right now.
Seriously?
Well, at least if I'm going to explain how to be a tyrant, I'm going to give good advice.
I guess you have good points. We can still have hope for the future, no?
My dearest friend, you need to stop dreaming and start acting. Stop hoping and start planning, otherwise nothing is going to change in this world.
No, Aristotle, even though we have very different ideas, I still follow you.
You are impossible. Shh. Who's there?
Maybe you mean, why is there?
Oh, shut up.
Oh my god! I finally found you!
Who the heck are you?
He doesn't seem Greek.
What are we wearing?
Close.
I mean, never mind. We don't look Greek. People in this day and age wouldn't know we are Greek.
Of course they would. Haven't you seen my awesome Greek profile?
I'm Cicero, a Roman lawyer and a kind of philosopher and writer. I'm gonna say I'm a big fan of you too, especially for your mustache, Aristotle. I'm gonna say I've been following your work my entire life.
Enchanted.
A Roman?
Well, you know what? You're trespassing and you're breaking into this house. You need to get out, son.
What are you doing?
Building the perfect city.
Oh, you can never shut it up, can you?
What are your views, Aristotle?
Well, there is supremacy of law in the ideal state. It is an ethical institution to develop the moral qualities of the citizens, to promote good and happy life for everyone. Private ownership but common use of property. Division of labor, slaves to farming, citizens to politics. The city-state must be of a moderate size. It should be self-sufficient, without any aggressive design against foreign countries. There must be a predominance of the middle class that provides stability because it possesses the two twin qualities of obedience and command.
Excellent. But I would change just a bit.
I would say that the noblest use of virtue is government of commonwealth. Of course, but I would say that commonwealth is a duty to every person, not only a selected few that can be considered citizens. We need to engage people by a pact of justice, an effective way of communication, and the government needs to be constituted for society. After all, we are bound to society, so we need to have something just for the people, by the people. The laws must help the individuals to achieve virtue, and just laws will vary, because, like I said, different laws for different flaws. Also, I agree with the kingship, Aristotle.
Okay, but how are we Hellenics going to take advice from someone like you?
Well, no, I think he has a good opinion, even if we don't agree much. Well, that was a very good conversation. Who wants dinner?
Me?
Well, let's pick up these things to make space on the table.
Wow. That was, something.
And this is why we can have good things.